So for this section of the half term, we're going to be starting with GCSE geography work. Now, usually with options evening assembly, where I'd speak to you guys about what geography is all about. We would also be starting our geography work usually after the Easter holidays. And this year we kind of have. The work you've done over the last 6 weeks are all to do with your GCSE geography topics. In fact, the work you have done over the last 3 years throughout Key Stage 3 geography is also all to do with our GCSE topics. So on the screen you can see that there is a quote, geography, the study of the Earth's people, places and environments. Geography helps you understand today's problems and to be able to form tomorrow's global solutions. I'm going to go through on the next few slides some ideas that we look at within GCSE geography. Mediterranean asylum seekers, people trying to cross the Mediterranean for safety. Why is that? Icelandic geysers exploding due to the volcanic nature of our world. Striding Ridge in the Lake District. How is this landform formed? How did glaciers impact the UK? Nepalese earthquake killed over 8,000 people. 95% of the buildings were not earthquake proof. How did that impact this disaster? Lots of rural Africa, women and children spend hours collecting water. The gap between the rich and poor is growing faster than ever. English coastlines, fastest eroding, houses being lost to the sea. Will they survive another winter? So my question, why on earth wouldn't you study geography? So I'm going to be going through the geography GCSE course content just really quickly to give you guys an overview. Now the work set over the next few weeks is going to be, as I said at the start, focusing on GCSE geography. If you're choosing not to do geography at GCSE, you will be expected still to continue on with the work. But what I will be doing is each week I'll be setting extension tasks. And if GCSE geography is something that you are planning on taking next year, then I would strongly recommend that you do these tasks as they will extend and further your learning. The GCSE is split into 3 different units. Unit 1 looks at global issues, so hazards, development dynamics, and urban environments. You'll notice that lots of the topic there are things that we have already looked at in your Key Stage 3 geography. Unit 2 or Paper 2 looks at UK geographical issues, and we split this up into UK physical and UK human. Again, lots of these topics and ideas you will have already looked at and studied throughout your Key Stage 3 geography. Unit 3 then is looking at the decision-making exercise. So topic 7, people in the global biosphere, is what you are going to be looking at between now and the summer holidays. You're going to be thinking about the cause and consequence of the global population. How are the world's resources under threat? What is a biosphere? Later in the paper 3 topic, you look at forests under threat and then energy resources as well. In the geography course, there is a range of questions. These will use the PEJE that you have been using throughout Key Stage 3. There is no essays in geography GCSE. The longest mark question you have is an 8-mark question, which you have done throughout your Key Stage 3 course. So think about your evaluate questions and your assess questions. The exams that you've done throughout your Key Stage 3 geography course all use the exact same style and skills that you would be expected to use at GCSE. As well as a really interesting course, we also go on a field trip in geography. So this is a 2-day residential field trip down to Dorset, and we go to Swanage, where we will measure beach profiles, we look at beach gradient. It's a really great opportunity for you to go and really experience geography in real life. It's a really enjoyable trip, as well as being a really informative trip. Here are some photos from the trip last year. Geographers have a broad and diverse range of skills that they develop over time. So why study geography? Just some ideas written on the screen. I personally think it is a great subject for that idea of a balance between the arts and science. You look at the human side of geography, you look at the physical side of geography. The physical side is more the sciencey side, the human side is more the art side. It also is inquiry-based learning. So you'll have noticed throughout your Key Stage 3 course that your titles were questions. And that's because each of our geography lessons is looking at an inquiry. You are finding the answers to these global questions. a broad range of careers and skills. So some of you might know exactly what you want to do at this stage. Some of you might be unsure. Geography helps bridge that. It gives you the skills to work in pretty much any form of job. So geography, helping you to understand today's problems and to be able to form tomorrow's global solutions. Hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight into the GCSE geography course. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a message on Show My Homework and I will happily answer them to the best of my ability. Even if you decide to not study GCSE geography, the topic and course you should find really